Hello everyone and welcome to Crochet Flow. This is Paris. I'm here to share with you this beautiful sunflower, and we are going to make together a charm. This particular one is the size of my hand, so it's quite a sizable plushie. However, we are going to make a small one. You can choose to make a big pillow using the same technique, or you can choose to make a charm, or you can choose to make this size that I made, which is I could say maybe about 6 inches by 6 inches. So we are going to make one that is max 2 inches or 3 inches square. So let's get right to it. We are going to be using blanket yarn, which is size 6. I'm using the yellow one is a hobby yarn, and the brown one I'll be using Sweet Snuggles Light, which is by Sweet Snuggles Light, which is by Loops and Threads. So I'm using this brown one and I'm using this yellow one by Hobby, which both of them are size number 6, but the Loops and Threads is a bit thicker than the yellow one, but that's okay. You can choose to use other yarn as long as you get your product. So the other things you're gonna need is the safety eyes and their stoppers. So I don't even know the sizes because I got them off Walmart in bulk, so they have no sizes, but you can use whichever fits your plushie. I have some stitch markers. I may not necessarily use them, but it's good to use the stitch markers to mark your rows based on how many rows you plan to make. And also I have a darning needle in case you might need it to kind of put away this yarn. The yarn that you cut, you may use that, or you may use a crochet hook. I'm using a crochet hook size 4.25 millimeters. You could use any size based on, you could use a smaller size based on your yarn, or you could based on your yarn choose your hook size. So we're going to start with a magic circle. I've kind of already made one, so I'm only going to be showing how to make one so that we can join them and make the needle. And also you're going to be needing some polyfill, very little polyfill or more based on whatever size you're gonna make. So let's get right to it. We're gonna make this size for now, which is a charm size. So we are going to start with a magic circle. The trick with the chunky yarn is make your magic circle as loose as you can, because it's usually a little difficult to pull through the yarn just based on how it's made. So we're going to make six single crochets in the magic circle. Sorry, I'm fiddling here because I'm standing up and I don't want to come out of view. So 6 single crochets in 6 single crochets in this magic circle. I'm really trying here to stay within view, so bear with me. So 1, like I said, make the first row loose so that you can be able to pull through. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 single crochets. Now I'm going to pull through my yarn just to tighten my magic circle, and we are going to start row number, is it row number 2, row number 2 or row number 1, based on whichever you count first. So the first stitch we are going to do, we are going to be doing an increase through and through. So that's our first stitch. I'm just going to mark it using I'm gonna use a stitch marker here. And now we are going to make 2 single crochets in every stitch. go ahead and make those and meet me at the end. Okay, we are back to the beginning. For the next row, we are going to be making one single crochet, then one increase in the next stitch. So that's an increase. So one single crochet, then increase. And you can also mark your second row or third row based on which one you counted first. So this one is going to be, like I said, one single crochet and then an increase. And an increase is always 2 single crochets or 2 stitches in one stitch. So that's our row number 3. So now if you have the same size as the first one, which is maybe, no, I need to make one more. So you could measure, don't get fixated on how many stitches you have, just try to make both of them equal and based on the size of plushie you want. So let's just make another row, which is the same repeat, one single crochet, then an increase, single crochet, increase. And we are back to where we started. Now if you have the 2 parts, two round brown parts, we are going to join them, leaving sort of a pocket in the middle. So you could keep your stitch markers or take them if they are too so we are going to join these 2 using a slip stitch. Just make sure to kind of hide your other yarn in between them. So I'm gonna slip stitch through round and round. You could choose to use the inner loop just to make it lighter, but whichever way you can, as long as you join into a pocket, it really doesn't matter. So go ahead and slip stitch around, joining both of them, and meet me almost at the end. Don't close both of them because then we need a pocket to put the stuff in, the polyfill. So as you can see, a slip stitch is almost like a single crochet. It's just that you really don't make the whole single crochet. You just kind of slip through the stitch. That way it's easier to join other than darning. So you just go through like that and slip the stitch right through. So we have our pocket almost closed. Based on how fast you are, if you already have your pocket, you can go ahead and put the polyfill and seal the pocket, and we'll move on to the next level. So there is my pocket, which is just joining basically my two round parts. So I'm going to put in just a little bit of polyfill in there. We don't want to overfill. No, sorry. Before you put in the polyfill, just put in the eyes. So whichever spot you choose, it doesn't matter again, just as long as you know which is the top part. So there are my eyes, and I'm going to put the back part, the washer, or just to secure the eye nicely. Sorry, it's hard to see in the brown yarn, but just secure your safety eyes. And now you have this little plushie. Now you can put in your stuffing, just a little bit of stuffing, so that is not too bulky. At this point, I will remove these stitch markers because they are not serving any purpose, but you can use stitch markers either to count your rows or to remember how many rows you've done. So I'm gonna seal this one, and we're gonna start the yellow part. So our brown part is now done, and you could even decide to keep it as is, just a tiny brown plushie for a fidget ready. But let's put the yellow part. So now we have this. I'm going to just cut my brown yarn, and I'm going to join my yellow yarn. Whichever way you make your knots, really it doesn't matter, just as long as it's not coming apart. So there you are. I'm going to kind of use up this brown yarn by making slip stitches here, so that we can start the flower part with only the yellow yarn. Okay, a bit tight there, but that's okay. There's my yellow yarn. So now for the flower part, we will start with a single crochet, then half double crochet, then 3 double crochets, and then repeat the same sequence again. So let's do the first one together. So 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 3 double crochets in the same stitch. So we're going to do 1, that's a double crochet, then 2, and in the second double crochet I'm going to do 1 chain just to give it a tip, and then I'm going to do the third double crochet in the same spot, so you get sort of this scallop. Then to end that part, we are going to do a half double crochet, and then a single crochet, and we are going to start all over again from here. So that's count as our single crochet. Now half double crochet in the next stitch, in the next stitch we are going to make 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and I'll do a chain 1 to give it a tip, and then my 3rd double crochet, then half double crochet in the next stitch, then a single crochet, and we start the sequence all over again. So it gives you this sort of a wavy look to it. So we're going to start all over again. So that's our single crochet. So half double crochet, then 3 double crochets in one spot, 2, chain 1, and 3. Then half double crochet to continue the sequence, one single crochet, and then we start all over again, half double crochet and 3 double crochets in the next spot. So 1, 2, chain 1 for the tip, and 3 in the same spot. Then back to the same sequence again. So half double crochet, single crochet, then 3 double crochets in the next stitch. It's a bit tight here. So 1, 2, and 3. No, the second one I forgot to chain 1 to make the tip. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, then 3rd double crochet in the same spot. Then back to the sequence, half double crochet to close that flower. Sorry. So half double crochet and single crochet in the next spot, and 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and chain 1, then 3rd double crochet. As you can see, we are back to the beginning. So now we are going to close this part. So we're gonna do the same thing, half double crochet, a single crochet, and you could finish with a slip just to close the loop. So there you are. Cut the yarn, and you have your nice sunflower plushie, which you can use as a charm for handbags or for your backpack, and you could make different flowers in the same way. The only thing is to remember is 2 round parts, join them, leaving a pocket, put in your eyes, put in some stuffing, and then make the wavy scallops for the edges. And there you are. You could go ahead and add it in a keychain, or you can just make a loop and hang it wherever you want to use it as a charm. So there you are. I hope you enjoyed this make along. I won't call it a tutorial again. In case you have any questions, you could reach out in the comments or in an email, and I can help out with this. But it's very easy, beginner friendly. You can make as many charms as you can. You can make big plushies like a bigger one like this one, or you could even make a large pillow. So there you are. I hope you're having a good day. Happy crocheting, happy knitting, and just go with the flow. Thank you.